Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerd Force. I ain't got a clue what episode this is. Maybe 5, 4, 6.
I think it's 5.
Somewhere there. I'm joined once again by my co-host, as always, Mr. Fulcrum. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, good. Good. I was going to say tired, but I'm good.
I'm tired. It's early.
It's early.
It's 11 a.m. It's not that bad, but it's early for this. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not mentally lubed up yet. Do you know what I mean?
So no, especially with the first topic. We're going no lube. We're going straight in, mate. Yeah,
raw,
mate. Cactus. The main thing on this agenda for Nerd Force, Jim. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah. People ain't happy, mate. People, even on my video, normally I get majority happy people. I got a lot of pissed off people, and it's coming to the same thing. And there's no easy way to say it, so we keep it real with chest. I'm just going to say it how it is. People are disappointed that finally we're going to Japan. I think people had it in their mind that everyone was going to be Japanese. Now, obviously, people ain't all Japanese. The main character, I believe he's based off Yasuke, who was a black samurai, apparently. I'm seeing a lot of things of history, like factually says he was a black samurai, and then other people saying he wasn't, and it just got changed, and blah, blah, blah. And for me personally, I don't really care. Like, there's been a lot of liberties in Assassin's Creed, and I kind of just roll with it. I want the game to be sick. That's my first thing. Do you know what I mean? What's your stance of it? Like, just say it how it is.
So for me, I couldn't care less. Like, genuinely, I'm like, for me, the story matters. The fact that we finally got an Assassin's Creed in Japan, I'm like, you know what? We live in a world where people get angry about everything, and that's going to be a theme for this episode. How angry is the internet? And for whatever reason, like, I suppose I understand. Like, I understand where they're coming from. I'm like, you know, after all this time, we're getting an Assassin's Creed in Japan. Why is the samurai not Japanese? Okay, I can get that. Fine, but what's the problem? Like, genuinely, what's the problem? Like, first off, it's a video game.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's fictional. Thirdly, don't worry about it.
Like, just relax.
Just enjoy the game. It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, for me, do you know what my biggest concern of the game is? Is that I don't know how they're going to do this one, because we've had 2 protagonists in the past in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. But it was very much a female-led game, and it was only changed to have a male lead, co-lead, sort of at the last minute, which is why his story is terrible. Because they were like, because again, the internet got angry and everyone was like, no, females, we don't like them. It's only because they don't like you, mate. So I'm like,
it's gonna be a good episode.
For me, I'm just like, as long as we get a nice balance between the 2, or we can pick one and both have different stories, and we can play.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're doing what they did with Syndicate. 2 characters, you play as both of them at the same time. Because the problem with Odyssey, you are right. I never played as that dude, bro. I picked Cassandra because the voice acting was better. It was on point. It was, well, you've said it's your favorite one, isn't it? And I would say it's in top 4 or 5 for me personally, maybe-ish. I ain't ranked them in a while. But, Cassandra absolutely smashed it. So, for me, the voice acting, that stuff means a lot. I'm going to be honest, man. I've been wanting this since Black Flag came out. Because I was like, I love pirate stuff, pirate lore, whatever. I was like, this is the best pirate game I've ever played, and it still is by legions. Yeah,
I mean, some would argue it's probably the only pirate game I've made.
And you got stuff like Sea of Thieves, but like it's a different thing. But even that comic style, it's just not comical style. It's just
Black Flag was very reality based. So it gave you that feeling of this is what it would have been like. And like, again, in Odyssey, they kept the boat combat.
Yes.
And they mentioned in the trailer for this about all the boats. So I'm kind of hoping they still keep that in, because that was a big part of it.
Yeah, man.
And like, I really enjoyed that. So like, I don't care. that he's black, I'm like, all right, cool. It's just a character at the end of the day, and they're doing something different with it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean,
then don't play it.
That's I mean, like a lot. Genuinely, this is. I think this is the first time, even with the Acolyte, which we're going to talk about that after this, but even with that, majority, I'm going to say 95% of my comments, and I'm a nobody on YouTube, but even I still get like the people in my like community, they know like we're on the same level. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. This is the first time, man. I had people like leave comments on that trailer for Assassin's Creed saying like, what the actual F, like Ubisoft have gone too woke, blah blah blah. And one thing that is funny, and I actually do kind of see what they're saying, I'm not really bothered, is like Assassin's Creed normally tells a fictional story but has the elements of the real stuff. Do you know what I mean? The elements of the real stuff normally is from side characters who you don't play as. Like you've got Da Vinci and all these people, like and all these different things, and you got Blackbeard and Black Flag. It's just funny that now we're playing someone who potentially was a actual real person, but we're actually playing as him for the first time, because normally you play as, the assassin, isn't it? Yeah. So I see that, but for me, like I'm on the same thing as you, man. Like I'm gonna be honest, it could be a blue tentacle robot, bro. And I'm gassed, man. To be honest as well, this might really boggle people, but I'm saying this with chest. I'm kind of glad it's different, because I was worried when Ghost of Tsushima came out. I was like, they have killed Assassin's Creed. Like nothing. Even now, I know that is still the best samurai-based game in Japan. Period. And I still don't think this game will be better as that, because that was a flawless experience. So I'm kind of a little bit glad there's different. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm feeling, though. I think they've gone, we're doing our own thing. We're doing our own Assassin's Creed game. We're not doing a samurai game.
Yeah.
That's the big difference for me. I'm just like, well, it's not a samurai game. It's an Assassin's Creed game. Mm-hmm. The whole premise is different. Like the setting, as long as they get the setting correct, like the characters themselves, they don't need to be like, because they're assassins. They're not samurais. Like
they're not even real.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm really looking forward to it. I think I enjoyed Valhalla. For me, it was too big.
It was a chunky boy.
It's one of those games that I'm like, sometimes when you look at a map and you go, oh, this is a good sized map. And then other times you look at a map and you go, this is too much.
Yeah. This is overwhelming.
This is Elden Ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm
never
going to finish this. So for me, like the Odyssey size map was perfect.
It's funny because did you like Origins? Just off because I really liked Origins.
Yeah, I liked Origins.
But I didn't care about the character. I didn't care about the guy I was playing as. He just did nothing for me. But again, it comes to the thing of I still liked the game. I just didn't really care about him. And again, going back to Ghost of Tsushima, you can pick, but you have to pick samurai, ninja. You can't do both. I'm glad they looked at that and they went, yeah, we're not going to do that. We'll just give you two characters and they're both different and they're both the same thing. It's very much like Jacob and Evie Fry. Jacob's like powerhouse. He's going to be Yasuke, obviously, and Evie's the assassin, tactical, and that'd be the ninja character. I mean, they don't technically have names yet, but I'd imagine he'd be called Yasuke. But that's about it.
For me, I think with the I completely agree with you. I think for me, with Assassin's Creed, is a lot of the time it's not always the storyline per se, but it's the environment and the world elements built around it.
Yep.
So for me, I love like Greek mythology and things like that. So for me, Odyssey was just like everything. For you love the pirate stuff and Black Flag. Everything. So I think that's the beauty of Assassin's Creed games, is it gives you this world in which you're playing in with different elements. So you like, it's never the same. Like, I mean, we all know that it's the same. We all know you'll get to this point, opens up. We know that, and we love that. That's what the thing is. We're going to dive from the top and land in something. We know this, right?
Need some hay. Yeah.
But the fact is each time they kind of give us this entire different sort of world to play in, and gives us enough real world elements that it kind of it gives you different experiences, and I think that's a good thing.
I'm glad you said that, man, because that is to the dot how I feel They put you in the world that you kind of know and expect. Like you love the Greek stuff. I got a lot of mates that love all that Greek mythology stuff. Yeah. I like the Norse mythology stuff. That's why I probably like Valhalla a little bit more than you. I do agree Valhalla wasn't the best. I prefer that over like Origins, even though I like Egypt and all that stuff. I'm just not like a diehard fan for that stuff. But again, like the pirate stuff, even Syndicate, seeing it in London, I was like,
yeah,
this is well cool, man. Like there's stuff. Bruv, he's got a grapple gun. Like we don't even have that tech now, mate. Like they got pistols. It's outrageous. But
I mean,
that liberty.
Let's
you take out the liberty. You know what I mean?
Original Assassin's Creed, they were jumping from the future into a body in the past. So let's remember that these are fictional characters, and let's just move on from there and play the game. Right? I'm going to come back to this. Play the game first, and then make a decision,
and then talk. Yeah. The only criticism I've seen, and I will allow it, is that a lot of people either like the RPG Assassin's Creed game, or they like the typical Assassin's Creed game, aka like Syndicate, Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, 3, you on and on and on. I prefer Odyssey, Origins, Valhalla, that big thing, RPG, rank up your character. I prefer that, so I'm very excited with this.
Yeah, me too.
Makes me very, very, very happy, man. But I'm glad, And remember, ladies and gentlemen, the land of make-believe. It's not real. Well, sort of not real. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you agree or disagree, you want to say something, let us know down below. Always open to hearing what you're saying. And let's keep with the sadness. More sadness now. We're on to Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen. I will timestamp everything down below. So if you don't give a single F about Star Wars, feel free at your leisure to skip ahead. We're going to start with the proper sadness. So remember when the Acolyte trailer came out, the teaser trailer? People were very angry. The only thing I didn't like was the guy when he's like, shut your eyes, and the guy had no eyelids. That was funny. That was genuinely funny.
Yeah.
The official trailer's out now.
Yep.
I actually thought it was a lot better than the teaser.
I did too.
But people are now even more angry. So, you can't win, bruv. You can't win.
I don't know. Maybe I'm so out of touch with the world at this point. Yeah. I don't understand what there is to get annoyed at. Genuinely, I'm like, I watched it and I was like, this is badass. That villain, his mask, that smile thing. I'm like,
it's like someone from Slipknot, bruv.
Yeah,
waiting for him to get on the drums, bruv.
Yeah. It's like fucking Star Wars meets Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh yeah, mate. That sounds very nice.
So I don't know. I don't know.
They get very angry with like. I think people expect something in their mind, right? Mm-hmm. This is my theory. People expect something in their mind, and when it isn't that, it's very bad for them.
Yeah.
With Assassin's Creed, I expected a Japanese warrior with a big beard, and it's something completely different. But I don't need to have a tantrum. I still buy it, bro. Day one, 70, 80 quid, don't matter what it is, yeah? With Acolyte, I don't hate it. I do like it a lot, but my only criticism, little cube, should we say, 20%, is that it got marketed as a Sith story, origin, blah, blah, blah. It does still feel like it's going to be like a 70-30 split with the Jedi, like a mystery. It looks like someone is going to get murdered, and it'll be like, oh, who's this? And then it will lead down the dark path and all that stuff. But people ain't happy, mate. They're not happy with the cast. They're just angry, mate. Another way to say it. People are angry.
What's the problem with the cast?
I don't know. We've got Trinity, man. I'm down for that.
Right? She looked great.
It's a bit cool to me, bro.
We've got X-23 as a Jedi.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
I'm like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, for the longest time, people are like, oh, stop setting it in the Skywalker timeline. Do it before. Here it is before. It's not what I want.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's not what people want.
Then don't watch it. And then once you've not watched it, then you can go on the internet and go, oh, Disney have ruined Star Wars again. This is the lowest rated show in the history of time. You don't know that. You've made that up. You know what? Fine, just carry on. But we don't care. Like, I'm really looking forward to this show. And I will take it for whatever it is. If I don't enjoy it, I'll be happy to say, it's not for me.
Man. Yep.
Bad Batch, watched it all, didn't enjoy a minute, right? So, but I'm like, you know what? I can understand what people got from that. I can understand where I suppose some people would enjoy it. For me, I was just like, there's not enough of what I want in it for me to enjoy it. Right?
Yeah.
Fine. Like, I've made my feelings perfectly clear, as have you, that we don't like it. But you know what? Like, it's because there wasn't enough in it for me. But I'm not going to sit there for days on the internet complaining about Wrecker or fucking Tech. You know, I'm just going to be like, you know what? This wasn't for me. Never going to watch it again. But for the people that enjoyed it, I'm glad you really enjoyed it. Like, the biggest thing for me was like, I put a post on Instagram and I was just like, glad that's over, right?
Yeah.
And I got messages. Obviously, I got messages.
Yeah.
Most of them started with "you're wrong," blah, blah, blah. But then quite a few of them went, "Why didn't you like it?" And I was like, "Well, I thought it was missing this, that, and that." And then the minute we started talking, all of a sudden that vitriol disappeared, and it was just like, I'm not mad that it exists. I just didn't like it, and it didn't hit the elements that I wanted. And the minute people understand that, everyone's like, "Oh, okay, fine." And that's what it is everybody's so quick to be like, instead of just being like, first off, again, I'm going to say it again, watch it first and then make a decision.
Yeah. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, if AC Shadows is bad, Acolyte is bad, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
You'll be like, that was not what it should have been.
Yeah, you know, I believe as well. Like, it's funny we're talking about these two back to back because I really want them to be good. Like, there's nothing I want more than a Sith origin, dark side, blah blah blah, apprenticey thing. It is funny as well because you said in the last thing, what was it? An acolyte doesn't mean it's one person. It could be like a bunch of them trying, like trials, like to who's going to win to become the next Sith. That sounds very goddamn sick, and it actually kind of felt a little bit like that in the trailer. So I'm hoping
there's definitely. So we clearly know we've got like one main villain.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's a lot of other moving parts in regards to that main villain. And that's what I want to see. I don't want it to just be Master and Apprentice. I'm bored of that. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Give me other things. Like in Ahsoka with Balin and Shin. You never really know where they're kind of sat. There's somewhere in between, hence the orange sabers and whatnot. And that, I love that sort of stuff where it's just like, we haven't played with this before. Let's do this. So I want the Acolyte to do that. And if it does, great. If it doesn't and they do something different, then I will make my decision of how much I enjoy it or not once I've seen it. Because you know what? You can't make a decision until you've actually seen it.
And talking about things we've seen, sticking with Star Wars and people getting angry. Actually, to be fair, people aren't really angry, but they are disappointed. Tales of the Empire. We spoke about it in Call of Duty yesterday, but I didn't ask you like mega questions. But I made myself clear. I gave Tales of the Jedi 10. I thought every episode slapped.
Incredible.
It was the Dooku stuff. Like, I love Count Dooku. That did bits for me, man. This I gave Tales of the Empire an 8. Still very, very good, but it was no way near as good as Tales of the Jedi. What are you saying, like score-wise, overall feelings?
So for me, it's a 7.
Yep.
I enjoyed the stories, the 2 stories that we got from it. For me, the Barriss Offee stuff was better than the Morgan Elsbeth stuff.
Yeah.
Mainly because like that's a character that obviously had a huge arc in Clone Wars and had a lot to do with, I mean, ultimately Ahsoka leaving the Order. And then what I would say is because of that, leading Anakin down a darker path as well. So that's a big deal. And so to see her story, I think I would have, for me, I would have preferred it had all 6 episodes been her story. And we would have fleshed it out a bit more and seen what she did afterwards. But I really enjoyed that stuff. I really enjoyed the Inquisitor stuff. I kind of wish she'd gone a bit darker before she pulled back to the light.
Yeah, it was too quick. It was over well quick, innit?
She was like,
was my main complaint as well, yeah.
I've been able to become an Inquisitor, but not really. And that felt weird because I'm like, all the Inquisitors, they're all full, they're on board. They are on board. We saw it in the Kenobi show. They're ready to go. Even like their eyes have gone Sithy. Hers never did, and I'm just like, I loved it, and I loved the ending. The ending was fantastic. But I think had the 6 episodes been just about her and they'd been able to flesh that story out a bit more, it would have been better. Morgan Elsbeth stuff I really enjoyed. It was amazing seeing Grievous. And he looked good. Like that's the best looking Grievous we've ever seen, including like live action. I'm standing by the fact that he looked amazing. And he felt threatening. Her as a character, again, like that's a story that I think could be told in an episode of Ahsoka in flashbacks. She was a Night Sister. The Separatists wiped out her family. She joins forces with Thrawn. I mean, it was great to see Thrawn. But like, I'm not sure it needed those 3 episodes, even though they're only short. But I'm like, for me, it didn't hit as hard as Tales of the Jedi did.
Do you think it didn't hit as hard because Tales of the Jedi came out of nowhere, or do you feel like me? It's just the story didn't slap as hard.
Yeah, I think it's the story. Like, I was still gassed when they announced it, and I think this will lead to more. I think everyone's clamoring for Tales of the Sith. I think
that is, I mean, Darth Maul backstory.
Exactly. Had they done sort of Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith, and it had been like full on like Maul, or potentially even further back, maybe a bit of Bane or something like that, and then they did Tales of the Empire. I think Tales of the Empire would have come off better because it would have been like, okay, we've had the 2 incredible bangers, and now we're delving into other smaller stories, and so that would be a nice transition. But the thing is, you came from Tales of the Jedi, which is just like, and you've gone, it's dropped off, not dropped off by much, but it's dropped off.
Just a little dip.
Whereas I think Tales from the Sith would have hit hard, and then I think the drop off wouldn't have been so extreme.
It's in a bad place now, because if Tales of the Sith comes out and wallop, it will be like, do you know what I mean? So it will look like an M shape, which is not what you want. I do agree. Keep it up, and then you can have a drop off. People will be way more lenient with that stuff. Yeah, my complaint is the same as yours.
It's like seasons of shows, the first 2 seasons are normally bangers, and then the third it starts to dip, and then the 4th is probably the shittest, and then the 5th one's normally quite good. So it's just, but people accept it a bit more. I think when it's so extreme, I mean, it's not that extreme. Like, it was still incredible.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's still very, very. I mean, I take that over.
But it's not like Visions,
standard shows.
Like Visions, both seasons, bam. And I think then if season 3 of Visions isn't as good, I think we'll all be a lot more lenient to
it. Visions has got that thing where, because every episode's a different character, different world, different animating style, it has that thing of it's a clean slate. Whereas Tales of the Empire, Morgan's episode, the first one, was a banger.
Yeah,
2 was fine, and I felt 3 was a little bit. I think I give it a 6, man. I was kind of like, I was like, I like seeing. Yeah, we've seen it. It's Mando, bruv. Like, we know how it ends. Yeah, cool. You can only make her so evil because we know exactly where it's gone. I can't even remember her name, bruv, from the last 3 episodes. What's her name?
Barad.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I knew you said Biscoffy, bruv. Jesus. It's early, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it ain't really. It's 11:30 a.m. That first episode, I gave that a 10. So sick. Second episode was like that. And then when she pushes off the mountain, I was like, wow, that came out of nowhere. And then 3 is a 180 flip from how she was. So it definitely felt rushed. It could have done with some more episodes, to be fair. Overall, I give it 8, you give it 7, so it's not that bad. Still great, very good. I take that over. Like, I mean, I don't need to say
a bad match.
I don't need to say that. I didn't want to say it, but let's be honest.
No,
come on,
we know.
Right now we're going to move to The Rings of Power. I know you haven't seen it, and you might not even have liked it, but for me, we're going to stick with like Lord of the Rings. We're going to breeze it over. Rings of Power, people raging. They didn't like season 1. I don't care, man. I get shit all the time, bro. I gave season 1 a 9. I don't care. It was so good. The graphics, it has got the best visual effects I've ever seen in any show, ever. By a landslide, The story has taken gigantic, and I'm talking mega liberties, bro. Mega liberties.
let me
which
understand.
A lot of people are not happy with that. It's tough, bro.
So let me understand something, right? So I've watched Lord of the Rings, I've watched The Hobbit, I've read Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah.
Where does this sit in the timeline?
Mega prequel.
Okay.
Mega prequel. It's just I'm not going to spoil it. Do not worry. Because I still recommend you should watch it. And then I reckon you'll be like me. I reckon if I had to pull a thing out of my arse, you'd probably give it an 8.
Okay.
I think you won't be as gassed as me, but you'll be like, it was bloody good. If you compare this to other shows, you're in denial if you say this is bad. It's just that people say it's bad because they're just not happy, because it does alter a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. People moaning about Yasuke? Yeah, nah. This is like if Yasuke was a cyborg. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is big. It's not like this character isn't here and it's someone else. It's not like that. It's like, that shouldn't be happening now. That comes hundreds of years later. But they have, and I mean, fair play to Amazon. Well, it's not really fair play. It's the thing of they got the flag out in season 1 and they said, we are condensing it.
Yeah.
And we're to make it palatable. Yeah. When you're playing with elves, yeah, and people who live for like 10,000 years, and a book is spread over 100,000 years, it's like, okay, we can't make 38 seasons, so we're just gonna go.
This is it. Like Lord of the Rings, the entire Tolkien verse, if you want. It's not a quick thing.
No,
like,
is that
even like, so I've read the Lord of the Rings books. And there's so much in Fellowship of the Ring that never makes the film.
Yeah.
Because it can't. It would be, all 3 films would be Fellowship of the Ring. And then they'd need another 3 for the Two Towers, and then probably 6 for Return of the King. Because of the amount of stuff and the amount of detail and the amount of tiny little nuances that are in these books. So the thing is, you're always going to have to do that to make it palatable, to make it potentially just a 3-season arc. You want to tell these stories, you're going to have to.
I mean, it is. Let's put it this way, and the Lord of the Rings purists, I love Lord of the Rings. It's in my top 3 things ever. Yeah.
I mean, he's had a Balrog for about 17 years.
I got the Witch King tattooed here. That isn't normal. Yeah. Let's be honest. And yeah, for 5 years that ain't come down, which is pretty bad. Actually, that needs to change. Which is funny because your thing is always evolving to get better.
Yeah.
Mine's just like, not real. Some people think this is green screen because it doesn't ever change. But
everything's always your Funko change. That's the only thing that ever
the
changes.
top 4 changes. I leave Shenna on there, but
quite often you change it to whatever video you're doing. I've noticed.
Yes, I'm glad some people notice because a lot of people don't notice it. I still get comments saying great Balrog poster. So there's still people who that have never seen this ugly ass face. But with Lord of the Rings, don't kill me, don't quote me. I'm not Galaxy Brain, yeah. Middle Earth is on the 3rd age of Middle Earth when Fellowship of the Ring arrives. This is the 2nd age of Middle Earth. So that's the thing of like, it's a big gap. The continents aren't the same. Like that, and like factually they're not in it, and they make it very clear at the start. So we're talking mega time period changes, and people ain't liking that. People don't like some of the characters, a lot of Liberty stuff. I like the 1st season, about that's it. As for the Gollum movie, this got announced, Jim. They're doing a Gollum prequel Lord of the Rings movie. I would have preferred just a Lord of the Rings movie because, like I said in my short, I have flashbacks of the Gollum game.
Yes.
And it's not good.
The thing that I'm confused about here is what? We've told Gollum's entire story already.
But have we seen the hunt for Gollum?
No, because no one cares, right?
No.
Because we saw him as he was like a hobbit. What was it? Oh, whatever. Right?
Yeah. Gollum's a hobbit. He's a hobbit, yeah.
yeah. We saw him like that as Smeagol.
Yeah.
We saw his transition to Gollum. We saw him in the cave. We saw him chase after him. We saw him get ditched into a volcano. What's more to tell?
I mean, I think
don't get me wrong, right? I love Andy Serkis, and I think he's incredible, right? And the fact that he's coming back and he's directing as well. You said
doing everything. He's the main man. So
that's a lot. Good. Like fair play, but I think there's other elements of Lord of the Rings that you could do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and start picking things out of my arse, but I would have taken like, I don't know, just a side elf story.
Mate, I'll take
Legolas.
a Gandalf.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, well, you watch The Rings of Power without, but Legolas, I would have taken, I would have another liberty. I would have taken like a young Legolas, like young Gimli, just anything, man. He's been alive for hundreds of years. Not a lot of people know that he's got extended life because he has a mission to do. He's granted extra long life. Give us some of them, bruv. Like, I think I saw this on Instagram. I can't remember who said it, but it is. I do actually believe. I actually agree with what he's saying. It's playing it safe.
Very much.
I'm going to move in a very long time. Do you know what I mean? Let's play. Let's give. Oh, but it's got Annie Serkis in it.
Yeah, I know.
It's safe. Right.
The thing is, I wasn't a massive fan of the Hobbit films because I'm like, okay, so you've managed to split one book into 3 films.
Yeah.
Too much. Yeah. Like, I understand splitting 3 books into 3 films. That makes sense to me. But one book into 3 films when I think I think it's too long for one film, but I don't understand this mentality of we have to make a trilogy of everything. Like, make 2.
I love it.
Just make 2. It's fine.
Yeah, like, they love a trilogy, mate. It's that number 3 because it's big dollars.
They're like, the third one's always the best. The third one's never the best, ever.
It is though.
When? What? In Lord of the Rings?
Revenge of the Sith. Lord of the Rings, I think factually is the best one's the third. We can argue this. This could be next
Return of the Jedi, but then I would also argue that they're 9 films, not 3.
Spider-Man, Homecoming.
Yeah, fair.
Come on, bro. Yeah. I got you there. But yeah, so there's that. We're gonna move
Alien
to Marvel.
3?
Yeah, absolute diarrhea. So god awful. Absolute. Yeah, let's not go there. Let's go to Marvel, where I'm happiest. This is my cloud 9, bruv. We're gonna, before we talk about X-Men, we're just gonna really briefly breeze over it. Agtha is coming this year.
Yes.
Are you happy? Excited?
I am. I loved WandaVision. I thought, for me, WandaVision was one of the best Marvel shows because it did something very different, and I loved what it did. And she was fantastic in it. So I'm hoping that we get more of that. Just more of that. I'd rather more of the low-key stuff, like, you know how the first sort of 4 episodes were very much the sitcom based in the house because of what it was. And then by the end, they were throwing fireballs at each other in the sky. Less that and more this crazy weirdness, witch stuff. Yeah.
I'm here for it, man. I mean, she got trapped in... I mean, if she's still there, I'm sure there's some thing that I'm not... I don't know, maybe they'll use the thing of the Scarlet Witch, how it ended in Multiverse of Madness. Maybe she snapped out of it. And then, but she's... I mean, where she left her is pretty actually god-awful. She kind of tricked her into thinking she's someone she ain't and then left. So I'm sure there'll be some quick explanation. Yeah, his spell got broken because of this. But I'm good. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. But now let's talk about the meat and potatoes, bruv. Yeah, X-Men 97. I mean, I'm gonna be. I give it 10. I don't care. It's hard.
I think
for
it
me
deserves a 10.
Deserves a bloody 10, bruv. I mean, big up the writer, by the way. My man, the sound team, the visuals, everything of that show. We said last night in Call of Duty, the only downtime was episode 4. Still a banger. Still gave it a 9. Still an 8 or an 8 or whatever, but it's still an absolute banger. But then the rest was compelling, sad. I didn't know where it was going, bro. So,
that finale, I didn't think that they would be able to do something that good. Like, after the season that we had, I was just like, the finale can't top this. It can't. It's impossible. And it did. I have no bad words to say about that show at all.
I mean, the most nitpicky person can maybe say 4 was a bit, if they're really like stretching it. But aside from that, man, even the little things, every time the intro played, there was something slightly different. Depending on just a little bit, man. Get out of it, bro. It was too good, bro. Hopefully,
they gave me Daredevil in the finals episode. I'm like,
mate,
thank you.
Spider-Man, Iron Man, Strange, in my favourite 3 ever in the finale. I was like, damn, this is Yeah. This is
what I enjoyed about that is that they've gone. We have the MCU now. We can use the MCU, and we're going to, which is incredible because that gives, with how good this was, I think you can look at bringing back other things like Spider-Man, like give us, because that ended on a like cliffhanger as well. No one knows how that was supposed to end. So bring that back for sure. Add some of these characters into X-Men, into Spider-Man. You know, it was just,
it's perfect, bro.
So deep as well, so deep,
emotional.
Like, Jesus Christ! I was watching it and I was like, this has no right to be as good as it is.
That's the thing. I remember you saying that. Yeah.
This has no right to be affecting me emotionally as much as it should. It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
But it was doing bits. Mate, I cried that last episode. Easy.
yeah.
I was in pieces. Like that bit with Cable and King Scott, and I was just like, I can't do this. Please don't.
You can't do this anymore. Stop.
Because also, you didn't, like you said, and like you said in your review as well, you don't know where this is going to go. They've killed Gambit. So when they were saying like what they said, I was just like, I don't know where this is going because this can go bad. So
I mean, I mean, it's just theory wise. I mean, it's happened in the comics, but theory wise, I mean, the after credit scene, Apocalypse picks up Gambit's card, bruh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what more of a slap in the face do you need? Yeah. Oh, we killed you. Like Gambit? Well, he's dead. And guess what? Next season, he's going to be resurrected and he's going to be fucking evil. I mean, that is just like, damn. Like,
I mean,
that's like really going all the way. Because a lot of people said in the videos when I reacted to episode 6, they're like, don't worry, he'll come back by 10. He'll be back. He'll always come back. He's dead still, bro. And Cable's lost his arm. Wolverine's got no adamantium. And I start looking.
Like Magneto's died like twice.
Yeah, he keeps dying and coming back. His power level, by the way,
is ridiculous.
If he was in the MCU, I think he'd kill most Avengers in a few seconds, bro. Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man's done in a heartbeat.
Captain America, go away, mate. Wolverine, go away. Thor, depending on the hammer, it could be but Magneto's power is outrageous. But
he switched the Earth off. He just switched it off.
Yeah, the whole Earth. He's like, I've had enough. You're really annoying me now.
Yeah,
just think a little bit too hard, and it's done out.
That's scary, but I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, right. Now we're at the section of quick fire things, and we have 2. We're attacking you straight away. We're going for the Superman suit. Talk to me.
Okay.
The glasses. The glasses are off. Yeah. Okay. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We done it. He's broken. Half 11 in the morning. He's done out.
So listen, right? This is another instance of the internet being angry, right? Nobody is happy with this suit.
Nah.
I am.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why I am, right? Because no Superman suit is correct.
No.
Because they're never correct in the films, the TV shows. They're never correct in the comics. They're never correct in the animated shows because every single iteration of Superman's suit is different.
Yeah.
There's no one perfect suit, right? It changes, it evolves. Depending on the show, depending on the storyline, it changes, right? So people are not happy because they're like, well, it's not... People are not happy that it's not Henry Cavill. Let's start.
That's a big thing. Right? Yeah, that's a big thing.
The fact that they're like, oh, Henry Cavill, the only Superman that ever existed. Well, he's not, is he? Because you've got Kirk Allen, you've got George Reeves, you've got Christopher Reeve, you've got Dean Cain, you've got Brandon Routh, you've got Tyler Hoechlin. Like, he's not the only Superman. So he's never going to be the only Superman.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's never one. There's never one Batman. There's never one Quicksilver. Do you know, like, all these characters will always be played by someone different. And if you have a favourite, great. My favourite Superman is Christopher Reeve. It always will be, right? For me, that's the perfect Superman. Does that mean that when Henry Cavill wore the suit, I was just like, that's not Superman?
You start smashing your keyboard. No!
I was just like, oh, okay, let's see what they've done new with the suit. Because for me, there are two things I always want to know. The first one is, what's the new suit look like? The second one is, what's the music sound like? Because the music is a big deal. The music from Richard Donner stuff, the John Williams score, is classic, right? But I will also say that the music from Man of Steel, the Hans Zimmer stuff, is an absolute banger.
Well, good, man.
Incredible, right? Both have their own places, and both can, internet, bear with me, but both can coexist, right? It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be both. And that is what this is about. And I'm like, I like how the suit looks. They brought back his red pants. For me, that's a good thing because that's more purist of me. I love the S. It's an interesting thing that they're going with the S because it's Kingdom Come, but he's a younger Superman. The Kingdom Come S is very much an old Superman when he's done. So, but I don't hate it because I'm like, the S in Man of Steel was very different. The S in Superman Returns was very different. So I'm like, that's all good. The cape looks good. He's putting shoes on. I mean, man's got to put shoes on.
That's funny, man. Like, why? People need to realize,
it was an interesting choice of picture.
It's the thing of, well, you've got Godzilla blowing some pink atomic breath. I mean, but or Vegeta using the Gallic gun. That was the funniest comment I've seen. But it is a thing of that is a promo picture. It's specifically made for an Instagram post and a reveal. That's not going to be in the film, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
This exact moment where he's putting on his shoe isn't going to happen.
So the thing is, here's the thing. I'm not sure it was the best idea of a picture to use because this is one thing I will say is the first full image we had of Henry Cavill in the suit was when he was stood after like standing in front of that safe door and you've got the whole thing there. That was one of those moments where I went, oh.
Yeah.
You know, this, I was just like, oh, that's cool. You know,
it's like he's done too much. I think they focus more on the fucking background, bro. I would have just preferred, like, then again, do you know what really was disappointing? When they showed the first picture of Battinson, like, it was a lit up photo. You could see, like, he had black and grey pieces. It looked very like armor. I remember people saying, like, it looks shit. But in the film,
people said it looks like bad cosplay. Oh, what a shock. They've done it again.
In the film, bro, when the Penguin's upside down in that car and he's walking towards him, that is, or even at the start, man, when he's giving his monologue and then he just appears. You hear his boots and it, bruv. If I was a criminal and I saw that, I would shit myself. That is no joke, bruv. So it all depends on that, the lighting and everything. But I think the image is fine. I like Superman. Yeah, you're right about the Liberty thing. Like, it happened with Spider-Man, bro. People hated the amazing Andrew Garfield's first suit. People hated it. They did a 180 for the second movie.
Yeah,
they made it brighter. Get rid of that gold crap. Make his eyes big and white, and then people hated that. So I think that suit is one of the best. You can't win.
You can't win, right?
No.
But we live in an age where people seem to think that because we got the Snyder Cut, that if the internet shouts enough, they will fire James Gunn and restore the Snyderverse. Because that's all I see. That's all I see. This isn't Superman. Snyder's the only person who can do Superman, which is weird because I don't remember all of these people when Man of Steel first came out. It's a whole Last Jedi thing all over again. Everybody hated Man of Steel when it first came out. Man of Steel. They're like, he's too miserable. He never smiles. He's this. He's that. I loved it. Because I don't do the same. And then time has been very, very fair to Man of Steel. And let's not forget that Batman v Superman was so hated,
destroyed, mate. Yeah.
That they brought someone in to change Justice League, which then everybody hated. So they went back to the original. And it's just like, you people don't actually know what you want, right? So just shut up. And again, wait until it's out, watch it, and then make a decision.
That is the theme of this episode. Wait and see.
Like,
Yeah.
We will never glean everything we want to know from a picture. It's not going to happen. You don't know what Superman this is. You don't know when this is set. You don't know who his villain is. Like, we can all guess that it's Brainiac for sure, but like, we don't know. We don't know that S is not the final S. It starts different and changes because we've seen it all the time. You know,
maybe he does have a scene where he puts his boots on, but we're not going to know until it's out, mate.
Yeah.
Wait
So
and
don't
see.
worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's not serious. Again, it's the land of make believe.
Yeah.
And now, the final section before the 10 questions. Plastic bricks. The final thing. That Sauron thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put it on screen if you don't know what I'm talking about. That has got me so excited. I'd say like I'm the same level of hype as Avengers Tower. What are you thinking? It's a monster.
It's an absolute beast, and I'm so impressed with it. I think it looks so good. I'm not going to be picking it up because it doesn't fit my house. No, it doesn't fit my general aesthetic. But hell, it's another one where, like, whenever I look at the Avengers Tower, and I'm like, damn, considering that's all square, like little bricks.
Yeah, man.
Incredible.
It's a thing. Like, and you, for those who don't know, Jim, you collect like major Star Wars stuff, but a lot of like the ships and stuff like that. So like, I know what you're saying with like your aesthetic, and if people don't know what I mean, but for me, I like buildings. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at it now. I can't show it, but I got Sanctum, Avengers Tower, Daily Bugle, and I got the Final Battle. I'm going to get rid of the Final Battle, put it somewhere else, and then put Sauron's massive. Do you know what I mean? I nearly said something else then, but might as well be that next to it, and it's going to make me very happy, mate. It looks great. It looks fantastic, man. Lego, mate. Respect, because you could have flopped that, but it looks very, very, very good, man.
How glad are you? Give me a rating that I introduced you to Lego.
Oh, 10 out of 10, man. Yeah. It is that thing of I always seen it and respected it, but I don't know anything about it. When I got the Sanctum that Izzy got me, I started building that. I was like, this is pretty good for up here, mate. Like the MH side of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I was in the bin then as well, so this is helping. Yeah. And then I remember doing the first layer of the Sanctum. There's 3 layers. You know, it's not the biggest set. There's 3 layers of the house. And I remember seeing this pretty sick, man. And the Easter eggs are sick. The minifigures are pretty cool. And then, the deep dive happened. Got the bugle. And I was like, yeah, this is sick, man. He's very sick. Minifigures, Lego's sick. It's that thing, like, if you look at it and you're like, nah, just try it, get something small. Get something that you like, small thing, and then see what you're saying.
And it quickly cascades into, like...
now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sets. The Batmobile is still sealed. No, 12 sets, because the UFO thing was sort of a set. Like, for example, when I finished building the tower, I sent a picture to my dad because he likes building stuff. And he was like, yeah, it looks cool. But it was a typical, like, I was like, okay. So I bought him the Formula 1 car, and he built that over a week, and he was loving every second of it, bro. So it is that thing. If it's something you like, something you like, you might really like it. So definitely try it.
It's the little details as well. Just so that everyone's aware. So Sam said you got how many? 12 sets?
12 sets, 13 if you count the one.
Yeah. So I have 122 sets.
Yeah, that's not normal.
No, God no. And at last count was well over 100,000 bricks. So I've got a problem, and it's not going away anytime soon because they keep releasing amazing stuff. So but also that tells you exactly how good my mental health is, doesn't it? 122 sets.
Yeah, we look at Einstein here, ladies and gentlemen. Every set is another 10 IQ points. You are actual brainiac right now, bro. Right, the 10. He said the 10 stinkers. That's a good one, isn't it? The 10 questions. Right, number 1, Jim. What music are you into? I like heavy metal, bit of grime sometimes, but I like pop stuff, man. So I'm all over the place. But my main bread and butter is going to be heavy metal music.
I would probably say the same. I love a little bit of everything. I love pop stuff, and I love punk. But metal, hard rock is my bread and butter. 100%.
Yeah.
Like anything that was made in sort of the early to mid 90s, Faith No More, Metallica, that sort of stuff is my jam.
Number 2. I don't even know my answer to this one yet. Which big bad do you want to replace Kang in the MCU? I actually don't know, because I think, for those who have, you've seen Loki season 2, innit? For those who haven't seen Loki season 2, they have a pass to kind of write Kang out of stuff very easily. And from what I heard, before Jonathan Majors had issues, we'll just say issues, yeah, because I ain't going into that shit. Before he had issues, they already finished writing season 2 of Loki. So it was a thing of, wow, that was lucky. Like, it was kind of that thing. And people think, like, they wrote it in last second. Brother, they have finished, I'm not joking, they finished writing X-Men 97 season 3. So don't give me this, like, do you know what I mean? Things are done way before you think, man. So let's just say he's been written off, yeah?
So the thing is, right, with Deadpool coming out, the entire Marvel universe is open.
Yep.
You can go anywhere you want. And
I think Doctor Doom is an obvious one. I think what's his name? I can't remember his name. Maybe you'll remember his name. He was in Game of Thrones. I believe he's been in like Doctor Who and stuff like that. He's been in a few things. The gentleman, I think he's an English actor. He's going to be what's his name? Galactus. He's voicing Galactus. That obviously The Office. Damn it! Yeah. Thank you, bro. Another show I love, where I couldn't remember anything because I don't have 700 Lego sets. I can't remember these things. He obviously will not be the people think like Fantastic Four are going to beat Galactus. Nah, bro. It'll be that thing of like Thanos. He'll be mentioned. He'll have a scene. He had a scene in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he didn't have anything for like 3 years, and he came out of nowhere. It'll be like that. I'm down for that. He is final boss. I mean, there's no one thingy more than Galactus. I mean, they'll do Secret War, they'll do Doctor Doom, they'll do all these things. They might even mess around with Apocalypse, but the end goal is Galactus. So we'll take him out of the equation. Who do I want to replace Kang? I'd say Doctor Doom. I think
Doctor Doom's a good shout. I think, it's difficult though, because obviously I always feel that Doctor Doom is very much Fantastic Four villain and Galactus as well. But then you get that with a lot of things, like Apocalypse, you think is more of an X-Men villain.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen all these things interact yet, except for Multiverse of Madness, where we actually did have all of those things in one go. I think you can kind of go anywhere, but Galactus has to be saved. He has, I don't know for what, unlike in another 10 years, I suppose. I
don't even know how you fight Galactus. I mean, even the fight when you fight Galactus in Marvel's Capcom 3, even that last fight was ridiculous.
Yeah,
like he's covering the whole screen, bruv. And it's
exactly. And
I don't know, like
in the original Fantastic Four properly. So,
but when he's a cloud, I mean, that is diabolical, isn't it? Like that is so effing bad. Like,
I mean, you've got potential to kind of use Dormammu and elements from that.
Yeah, people sleeping on Dormammu, bro. I've been saying, hopefully he's they go to Dark Dimension in Doctor Strange 3 because you see it at the end of Multiverse of Madness. But that's a video for another day. Dormammu is genuinely one of the most powerful people ever. To replace Kang for like a Kang-like figure, I think it has to be Doom. I can't see anyone else being that kind of villain.
I could see Apocalypse, to be fair.
Apocalypse is so mega, isn't it? Like, I think on a I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get people shouting and screaming. I don't know who's like power level is higher. Apocalypse is no joke, bruv. But Doom is the problem with Doom is it kind of leans towards Thanos. Which version of Doom are you talking about? Are you talking about the Secret War altering, time killing Doom? Because if you are, that's a real problem, man. That's a big. That's
the
problem.
Best Doom.
Do you know what I mean? If you're talking about starting off Kang, you talk about Doom. You talk about Doom from the Fan 4 Stick movie. I mean, that is got to be one of the worst things ever made ever. It's so bad.
I mean, you could go left hand turn and actually bring in Magneto.
Would be pretty sick. It'd be dangerous. You could do a few of them, to be fair. Team up thing. I mean, I'm here for it, mate. Marvel's on track. I know people crying, but I'm happy, bro. Especially with that X-Men thing. People. They had the audacity. Disney knows what's up. They dropped Bad Batch and X-Men on the same day. and no one watched Bad Batch. So I don't need to say anything else. All right, 3. What is your favourite show of the year so far? For
X-Men
me,
97, hands down.
yeah, I mean, I've
I
seen
don't think
Shogun,
anything's gonna beat it.
Invincible. The only thing for me personally that could beat it is The Boys, because that is my favourite show ever. And with a season 4, it's so deep into it. 3, sorry. But, or was it 4? I don't know. Yeah, 4, sorry. I'm losing my marbles. That's the only one that could do real damage to X-Men. But
the
X-Men
thing is,
was so perfect. I don't know. I really don't.
I agree with you. Like the boys has the potential, but also season 4.
Yeah, it's that thing like you're saying. It starts to just a little bit of a dip.
Yeah.
Like just a little. You like that, yeah? Little
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, is there going to be anything? Yeah. Is there going to be anything we haven't seen before? I mean,
yeah.
Who knows? Like, you never know with the boys, because they like you think that, and then you have someone go really, really small and go into someone. So
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that. I love that shit, man.
Yeah.
Loved it. It's the same with Gen V. Gen V was so good. Do you know what it's the equivalent of? Yeah, we're going way off topic, but I'm not cutting it off. It's like me telling you right now, Jim, what's better, X-Men 97 or The Office? You're going to say, well, The Office. It's your favourite thing. It's got so much. But if I say, Jim, what's better, X-Men 97 season 1 or The Office season 4? You'd be like, Like, then it's more the thing of like, oh, you're being so thingy with it. Like, do you know what I mean? So,
although season 4 of The Office is a banger.
Yeah, that was a bad.
Yeah, if you'd have gone 9, I would have been like, well, X-Men, obviously.
Yeah. I kind of know the answer to this, but you know more than me, Brev. Will the Acolyte have any young characters, i.e., a young Mace Windu or any Jedi like that?
Definitely won't have a young Mace Windu. The timeline is too early for him. It has a potential to have Yoda in it.
How old will he be? Will he be like proper young? Or not that he's still old, isn't it?
No, he's still old. Like Yoda's 900 in Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah.
In Phantom Menace, he's only 40 years younger than that. He's only 800 and.
Oh, so he could be 700.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, like,
he's
still old.
He's going to be around the 650, 700 mark. Like, he ain't young.
Yeah. Do you think they'll show him? They probably must do it. They have to do it.
Well, he's at the Jedi Temple when they're there, so yeah, there's no reason why they wouldn't.
Yeah, you at Yaddle, even they got opportunity as well, because they tells the Jedi. That's a thing to easily get a bit of continuity at Yaddle in. This got me excited, bruv. This next one, question 5. Yeah, if you got the chance to plan a new Star Wars game, what would you do? So you got creative control, unlimited budget. I saw that and I thought, damn, that's a good one, boy.
I know what I would do.
I don't know what I'd do. I'm not gonna lie. What are you saying?
I would do a single player, similar to Jedi Survivor, but Sith.
Yeah,
and have it with Darth Bane.
Oh, yeah.
Because Darth Bane doesn't start as a Sith. He starts as like a worker on an asteroid. And builds up, and you level up your character, and
and then at the end, more evil.
And then at the end, you can introduce his apprentice, and then in the second game, you have Darth Xana, and that's what.
Yeah, that does.
Now I've said that, I'm annoyed that it doesn't exist.
Yeah. I was going to say the typical thing I always say, Kylo Ren game, but then, maybe something go back in time so crazy, or go forward. Maybe go forward in time. I might have even do that, to be fair. Like 500 years after the Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, just some mad thing. But I would make it Sith based.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be.
Like we got that tease with Battlefront 2. We got that tease. Oh, the story's going to be all about the Empire. You're going to play a character from the Empire. And within 30 seconds, she'd betrayed the Empire and joined the rebellion. Brilliant.
That story. Do you know the story in Battlefront 2 is so bad? I actually forgot it had a story.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's just you log in with your mates and you play.
The DLC
heroes versus villains
story was really good because it was Luke.
Yeah.
And Kylo.
Yeah. That
was really good, but the main story was not good.
That's when you know they effed it up. They're like, damn, we better actually pull something out our arse.
Yeah. Yep.
I wouldn't have been so angry if it was the other way around. If she was DLC, you had 10 hours or something, you'd be like, cool, kill a couple hours. But instead, it just killed my goddamn brain cells. And he said, episode 6, question 6. I already know, you've already answered it already. Who was your favourite cameo in X-Men 97?
Daredevil.
Yeah, I think Mine was obviously strange. The fact it was really good, and I didn't actually clock it out immediately because I got so excited I saw him. I turned into an actual chimp on camera. I was loving it.
No, I saw.
Really embarrassing as a fully grown man. I didn't realize, looking back, Magneto's turned all the powers off. That's why he's doing the spells, and that is real. I'm a proper loser, bruv.
Yeah, that was
that's why he's doing the set is pretty bad. That's why he's using his magic to do the surgery. Very sick because it's got no goddamn power in it. Very sick. I really love seeing Iron Man as well. He didn't say a single goddamn thing, but I didn't have to. What is your again? You've answered half of this. So, what's your favorite and worst Assassin's Creed game?
So my favorite will always be Odyssey.
Mine's Black Flag.
Worst.
Yeah, worst one. Not the best question in the world. And I mean, you could do a cop out answer and say the mobile game. It's so bad. But,
it's difficult because a lot of them aren't great.
It's that thing of it didn't age well.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
I think Assassin's Creed Rogue?
Rogue was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Rogue was pretty bad. I'm not, this might make people cry. I really didn't like Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
I did.
That was
like
my
that.
other option, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't like Connor anyway. Bless his soul, bruv. It made me more angry because the next one was Black Flag. And then I really looked at the third one. And I was like, "You really suck, man." So I'm going with that.
Yeah.
But factually, the worst ones are the mobile games. Like you've got Assassin's Creed India. What the actual F? Assassin's Creed China. You're going to make an Assassin's Creed game in India, but you're going to do it on a mobile game. I mean, that is get out of it, man. Tragic. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes.
I say yes. Yes. Get in. It was John the other night on Call of Duty was saying it doesn't, isn't it?
It was, yeah.
Dodgy John, mate. There you go, bro. Here is a good one. Number 9, yeah? What is something that you both love but never talk about?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Like, I thought about, I always talk about Funkos, Sabres, Marvel.
Yeah.
I'd say, if I had to say what I love that I never talk about, I love tattoos. I don't really talk about them ever. We got them, but I never speak about them. So tattoos. I like cars as well, to be fair, Japanese cars.
Shall I tell you what I love that I never ever talk about and people are always shocked when I say? Basketball.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, but now you say that does add up with the trainers you collect. That does make sense to me. Yeah, that doesn't actually surprise me. Yeah, sick, man. I like that. I like Japanese cars. I like Japanese culture. Love all that stuff. But I talk about that quite a lot, to be fair. I'm just lame, bruv, to be fair. Just useless.
But for the longest time, I would have said it was wrestling. But since we've started talking about more wrestling, I think people have heard it. So no, basketball. I've been a huge basketball fan my entire life. Used to play it loads. I love it. I love watching it.
It's weird. I wouldn't have guessed that, but now you said it with the trainers again, it does actually make sense. But now, Jim, we've arrived at question 10. And I always question 10, I make sure it's, do you know what I mean? I'm going to read it exactly how it's typed out. Why I want Meteor to hit me. And that is not a joke. Someone, I promise you, you know who you are. Yep. Why I want Meteor to hit me.
I have more questions.
Yes, so do I.
Me? Why do I want?
No, he's saying about himself.
Right, why does he want?
Imagine he's saying it. Why I want Meteor to hit me. And just to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, I did actually reply to this gentleman and say, what? Is the spelling good? Or do you want it to mean and he's like, no. I didn't make a mistake. Why I want Meteor to hit me. It sounds like you are properly depressed, brother.
Yeah. Sounds
and you've had enough.
Maybe you should get some Lego sets.
I mean, there you go. Stop looking at Assassin's Creed Shadows. Stop looking at the Acolyte. Buy Lego.
I mean, genuinely, right, from an actual genuine standpoint, I would say stop going on the internet. It's not a healthy mental place.
No.
Take yourself out of it. Go for a walk. Remind yourself that we exist on a planet that, is kind of messed up. It's beautiful, and there is so much stuff that is incredible in this world. I think we miss that because we're so involved in this online world. So I would say just take some time out, have a chill. If you need to, take a little bit of time for yourself, get a nice little Lego set, or do some painting. I find painting quite therapeutic too. And just, you know, and then you won't want meteor to hit you.
Well, there you go. Therapist Jim activated. I love that. That was good shit, man. I like that. That was good. Good answer. Well, there you go, Brav. Hopefully that makes you feel better. And if it doesn't make you feel better, here's my take on it. Don't worry about it, man. Just don't worry, because like, Brav,
it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
It's not even that. No, he wants one to just smash him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's made it well clear. But for me, don't worry about it, man. It's not that serious, Brav. There, when you look outside, look in the sky. There is a ball of hydrogen. 100, literally. Well, it's 90. I'm proper losing it. 93 million miles away.
Is it 93 or is it 97?
It's 93. If it's kilometers, it's a little bit different.
Specifically.
There's a ball of death in the sky, bruv. Yeah? Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Nothing makes sense. So don't worry about it. So,
no, it really doesn't.
No, don't worry about it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Nerd Force episode 4, 5, or 6. Oh, I don't remember, bruv. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Jim, as always, my co-host. Thank you, bruv. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good episode. And remember,
next episode, I won't be here.
Yeah, we're going to have, well, as always, your thing's always changing, but I know for one thing.
I like to evolve, mate. I like to always improve myself.
Yeah, I just stay static and miserable. Can we just, while we're talking about, they turned Mr. Sinister into Gollum, bro.
Oh, I saw that. So, I knew how angry you'd be the minute I saw that. I was like,
maybe that was the movie, The Hunt for Mr. Sinister. Yeah, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. Love and appreciate you all. Go check out Jim, as always, in the description down below, and we'll see you all.
Maybe this time you will actually put the link in properly, because the last 3, they haven't worked.
Do you know what's funny? You know, every time I go live, if there's multiple people say, all the links are down below, I never add it in. So I got about 15 people to apologise for. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check the link. It'll be there. And if it isn't there, start shouting.
Yeah.
Peace.